Hi BookTube, my name is Sarah and welcome to the Bookish Knitter. Today I am coming to you with the start of another weekly reading vlog. Today is Monday, it is March the 14th and it's just before 11 a.m. I'm about to log into work and I just thought I would pop on here and start off the vlog. So, yeah, sorry I didn't start it yesterday, it was busy. I did talk to you guys on Saturday, so I did end up going to the library Saturday afternoon, but that was really the only interesting thing that I did. Dropped off a couple books, picked up a couple books, and yesterday, of course, we had the time change, which always throws me off, and it throws me off for about a week, so I'm going to be feeling out of it for the entire week, I'm sure. And then my brother, sister-in-law, or no, my brother brought the kids over and my aunt, kind of a belated birthday gathering, because my niece's birthday was the week before mine. Then mine, of course, was the last weekend, so the 5th. But it was because my niece had COVID and everybody's better now, but we all got together for lunch. So it was a really busy day, like between the time change and then having everybody over, and I ended up napping in the afternoon. So yesterday was a bit of a throwaway day, if you will. It was a lazy Sunday. It was a lazy Sunday. And yes, I am wearing a holiday t-shirt just because I can. So anyway, yeah, that's about it that's going on. But like I said, I just thought I'd start this vlog. I have nothing else interesting to share. I'm working from home all this week. This is the last week I'm going to get to do this. And then next week I will be going back into the office again. So that's a good thing. But I thought I'd show you guys the books that I'm currently reading. I have not picked up an audiobook since Friday. And I've been really enjoying just like physically reading books. It's been a lot of fun. Really, really enjoyable. So I've got 3 books on the go right now. 2 of them I would actually like to finish today, but we shall see. So the first one, this is the one I don't think I'm going to finish today. I'm reading The Golden Couple by Greer Hendricks and Sarah Pekanan, I think is how you say her name. I'm about 40-ish% of the way through this one, and it's really good. So there's not a lot I can share with you on this one. It is a thriller, so it's one that I went into blind. It's essentially about a couple going through a difficult time in their marriage and going to see this therapist who's rather unconventional, to say the least. And the chapters right now jump between the wife of the couple and the therapist. So it's really good, very, very easily readable. It's one of those ones I pick it up and I don't want to put it down. It's really good. There's a lot going on. I'm almost certain it's a thriller, obviously some sort of domestic something or other, but I will report back more as I continue it. But I am really enjoying this. This is an e-art copy that I have from NetGalley. It did already come out, though. I think it came out back on the 8th of March. So it's been out for almost a week now at this point. So the first book that I'm almost certain I'm going to finish today, because I am so close to having it done. So that's what I've read. This is the ending. Is Snowed In with a Colton by Lisa Childs. This is the second book in the Coltons of Colorado series. It is a Harlequin romantic suspense novel. It's really good. I'm not going to talk a lot about this one because, like I said, I'm probably going to finish it today. So I will talk about it tomorrow. But I'm reading this very quickly. I could probably get this one done in about a half an hour. I'll probably finish it on my lunch break. So, and it's essentially about this guy who's on the run from this kind of Italian... he's Italian, and he wrote some rather incriminating things about a kind of a mafia type family in Italy, and now they're after him, and he's hiding out on this ranch in Colorado, and that's kind of the plot. So like I said, I'll talk about it more tomorrow, but yeah, my goal is to get this one done today. And we shall see. I'd like to get this one done today. As you guys can see, I am almost done as well. Murder at Lamb's Wolf Farm by Sally Goldenbaum. I've been reading this for a number of days, since late last week, so I really do need to get it done. It's all right. Again, I'm not going to talk a lot about this one because I'll finish it either today or tomorrow, so I'll talk more about it then. It started out slow for me, really, really slow. I mean, the murder didn't even take place till halfway through the book. It was really a lot of setup, and this small town, this is the 12th, I think, in the Seaside Knitters Mystery Series. So a lot of it was set up, characters, this whole small town atmosphere, which was fine, but it's a cozy mystery. I kind of want the murder and then the mystery part of it. So anyway, again, I will talk more about this one probably tomorrow or the day after. It's enjoyable. At this point now, I kind of really want to know the whodunit, and the other kind of slight mystery in this book about who this uh, mystery person who showed up in town is. Like, we know who he is, but why is he there? Kind of a scenario. So I'll report back more on this one once I get it done. So anyway, guys, that is, and the book fell on the floor. Fun times. So anyway, guys, that is all that I have for right now. I will probably check in with you all tomorrow. I'll take care, and I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. I don't know why I'm sounding like I'm ending the vlog, and I'm not. I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. Bye. Mornings with Presley Cat. Hey? Hello, Mr. Presley. Sorry for the noise. There's people downstairs. But, yeah, he decided to join me here. Hi BookTube, happy Tuesday. Today is the 15th of March and it is just before 11 a.m. As usual, I'm sitting down with you guys before I start work for the day. So I'm all logged onto my computer, which is fantastic, ready to go. So I thought I would just sit down and have a quick chat with you guys. Sorry if I'm getting distracted. Let's do that. All right, so I don't want to fully close the computer, but I'll just do that for now. So I finished 2 books yesterday, you guys, so that is super exciting. And I did start 2 new books because I have a problem. I kind of really like flittering between 3 books. But anyway, let's talk about the 2 books that I finished yesterday, and then I will talk about what I am currently reading. So the first book that I finished yesterday was Snowed In with a Colton by Lisa Childs. This is a Harlequin romantic suspense novel. It is the second book in the Coltons of Colorado series. I have not read book number 1 yet, but I will go back and read book number 1. I gave this book 4 stars. I really, really enjoyed it. So this is the story of Luca/Luke and Aubrey. And he is on the run from an Italian organized crime syndicate. He is a reporter and he wrote kind of an expose about them. And now he's gone into hiding. And he came to North America from Italy, and there was an issue in Toronto, there was an issue in Wyoming, something in Toronto about a bed and breakfast being burned to the ground when he was staying there. Something happened at a ranch in Montana that he was staying at. Now he's hiding in Colorado. He pays everything cash. He's not using his real name, but he is in contact with his cousin, and you find this out very early in the story, that the cousin is not operating in his best interest. Let's put it that way. So anyway, it's the story of essentially him hiding out from this crime syndicate, and he meets Aubrey, and she and her twin brother Jasper own this ranch in Colorado where Luke is staying. And the story goes from there. This is a romantic suspense, so that's very, very heavy on the romance as opposed to the intrigue, which tends to be a bit more about the mystery. Like this one, there's definitely suspense happening because there's these people after Luke, but you kind of know who it is. Like, it's not like a whodunit kind of a scenario. You know who it is, but it's still the thrill of the chase, if you will, and of course the relationship between him and Aubrey. I really enjoyed it. Like I said, I gave it 4 stars. Highly recommend it. Again, it is the second in the series, but I was able to read it completely without reading the first book with no problems at all. But I will, of course, go back and read the first one. These Colton series are generally written by different authors, so the entire series, I think there's going to be 7 or 8 books in this Coltons of Colorado. Each one is written by a different author, so that's always a lot of fun to get the different voices as you are reading these. So yeah, I really enjoyed that one. And then the other one that I finished was Murder at Lambswool Farm by Sally Goldenbaum. This is the 11th book in a Seaside Knitters mystery series. So from reading the back of the book, you know right away that the murder victim is the local town doctor. And it's kind of trying to find out what, who killed him, essentially. Now, there's another mystery in this, that there is a man who has shown up in town about a week or so before the doctor dies. And, kind of why is he here? His car just kind of broke down. His car's been fixed for a while, but he's still there, and he's using the excuse, well, my car's not fixed, but his car is fixed. So there's that mystery as well. Now, the thing is, the murder didn't happen until about halfway through the book. So it is what it is, and I understand the setup, but this is the 11th book in a series. I don't think you need a lot of setup at this point. Now, as someone who has not read any of the other books, okay, yeah, I get it. But I still just, I don't know. There was a lot of just other stuff going on. I mean, the book would have been relatively short if the author hadn't done that. But you have this entire cast of characters section here that goes for 1, 2, 3, 4 pages. 4 pages of cast of characters of who, like, you meet, like, every individual who lives in this town. It's, and I'm not saying I didn't like it. I did like it. But again, I complained about this sort of in a way last week when I was talking about a knitting cozy mystery. There's a decided lack of knitting in this Seaside Knitters Mystery series. They talked way, way, way more about food than they did about knitting. There was maybe 4 or 5 scenes where the characters were knitting, but at least a dozen or more scenes where they were eating, and not just eating, but describing the food, if that makes sense. If I didn't know that this was a knitting mystery, I would have thought it was like some foodie mystery or something like that. And then these characters just happen to occasionally get together to knit. And when they do get together to knit, they have this huge meal that they have to discuss first. So, anyway, as a knitter, I want to see more knitting. Now, the 2 mysteries, the, strange person in town, as it started to be revealed, I was like, all right, that makes sense. You know what I mean? And then the murder of the doctor, once you kind of figure out who it is, because I thought at one point it was going in a different direction. I'm like, don't do that. There's nothing I can't, when the author has the murderer being a character that you met once or you met in passing, it was someone that was known, and, I don't want to give anything away, but, I thought it was going to go in the direction of, it was just this random person that nobody really knows. I was going to get really mad at that, but that wasn't the case. So, yeah, I liked it. I gave it 3.5 stars. It was enjoyable. I will pick up more books in this series because it is a knitting mystery, and I do have to give credit. So at the very end of the book, and I complained about this one last week about there being no knitting patterns, this one does actually have a knitting pattern in the back. It's for a felted bowl. And what I really like, it says, Izzy knit and felted this bowl for the Lamb's Wool Farm dinner table. And then, so you get the entire instructions on how to knit it. Then it says, this pattern was used with kind permission from Deborah Gray, the designer. And then it gives her website. So why can't more knitting mysteries do that? And then they also give a recipe. So, it was fun. It was fine. I borrowed it from the library. Like I said, I will probably read more of those. So what am I currently reading? I am still reading on from NetGalley, The Golden Couple by Greer Hendricks and Sarah Peckman, I believe. I'm almost 50% of the way through this one. So I'm hoping to finish this one in the next few days. I am enjoying it. Again, I don't want to talk too much about it. It's a thriller, a domestic thriller, so I will report back more once I'm done it. And then the 2 books that I started last night, because I have a problem, both are actually library books, like digitally from the library, so I want to get both of them read. And the first one here is The Wisteria Society of Lady Scoundrels by India Holton. This, I don't know what I was expecting, but I started reading this going, what is this witchcraft? So essentially it's fanciful. I don't know if I want to use the word paranormal, but it's definitely a fantasy, historical, romance kind of a scenario. So I'm 2 chapters into it right now. And essentially from what I'm gathering from reading this is the first book in a series. And I do have it from NetGalley, but my I didn't download the e-copy, or the Kindle copy, so I was able to borrow it from my library. Now, side note, before I get into the book, I can use my Kobo for library books, right? The reason I'm showing this to you on my tablet is because I'm actually reading it on my tablet using the Libby app. So with the Kobo, probably getting an email, I'm not looking at it until I start. I still have a few more minutes. With my Kobo, you can put Overdrive on it and borrow library books and read them here, which is fabulous. The problem is that I have 2 different library cards for 2 different library systems. I have the City of Toronto, and then I also have my local town. So you can't put both on this Kobo. You can't like use two separate library systems on the Kobo. You can only use one or the other. And I picked Toronto because generally I borrow a lot more from Toronto. So anything that I borrow from my local library, which I did, this is a digital copy from my local library, I would have to read. I would either have to switch back and forth on this, which is just a giant pain in the rear end, or just read it on the Libby app, which is what I'm doing. So sorry, that was a complete side note. Doesn't matter. But yeah, I got this one from my local library. So essentially what it's about, from what I gather, it's a girl named Cecilia who has a price on her head, if you will. There's an assassin after her. And this whole world of Regency area London, it's almost like an alternate universe. I want to say, like, it's abiding by the laws, or the what is commonly held to the ton in Regency times, but there are pirates. And these pirates, instead of having pirate ships, they fly houses. And there's an assassin, and there's scoundrels, and like I said, I'm 2 chapters in. So far, I'm very much enchanted. Like, that's the best way for me to. I started reading it and I went, I'm not too sure about this, but like after the first chapter, I'm like, all right, I'm here for this. I want to read more. So I did look on Goodreads. It does not have the best ratings, but it seems like people either really liked it or they really didn't like it. So far, I'm enchanted. I'm charmed. I want to keep reading. I do have the second book from NetGalley as well, so I'm hoping I do like this one. But I will continue to report back as I read it. And then the other book from the library over here, this one came in the other day, and I really need to get this one read, but I should be able to finish it today because it's just a short little book. And that is Marianne and Miss Priss by Anna Martin, book number 73 in the Babysitter's Club series. I'm already 3 or 4 chapters into this. I read this for like 15 minutes last night, and I'm like 20% through it. I should be able to finish this on my lunch break today. That's kind of my goal. And then I can get it returned because there's a couple people waiting for it. Toronto, I borrowed these books from the Toronto library, and they only have like 1 digital copy of each book, and I know that there's some big wait lists on them, so I want to get it read and get it returned for the next person. So that's why I'm kind of jumping on this right away. But anyway, that's what I'm currently reading. I hope you guys are having a great day, and I will check in with you tomorrow. Bye, everybody. Hi friends, happy Wednesday. Today is the 16th of March, and it is a bit later in the day than I would normally talk to you guys. It's my lunchtime, and I am just kind of doing a little bit of half an hour relaxing before I got to get back to work. I was going to check in this morning, but we had a interview for the podcast with Anita over at Anita Reads. She's delightful. It was so much fun. So happy that I got to talk to her in person. But yeah, a quick update for you guys reading wise. I finished a book yesterday. I finished reading Marianne and Miss Priss by Anna Martin. This is the 73rd book, I believe, in the Babysitter's Club series. And essentially this one, I gave it 3 stars. It was cute. It was one of the babysitting charges who you've pretty much known. Like, I think she may have appeared before book 4, but like way at the very beginning of the series, this little girl named Jenny Prezioso is the babysitting charge. She was 3 at the beginning. She's now 4. She has a little sister, and her little sister's getting all this attention because her mom's taking her to like these modeling and stuff like that. So, because the baby's just so cute, and Jenny, of course, has her nose out of joint about it. Like, isn't she cute too? So it causes this whole big issue, and the story kind of goes from there. It was fun. It was cute. I liked it. I literally started it the night before. I think I read like 3 chapters before bed. Every single Babysitter's Club book, except for the super specials, like the bigger, thicker books, have 15 chapters. So I read 3 chapters before bed the night before, and I literally finished it yesterday at lunchtime because it was such a quick and easy read. So I did get that done. I'm not going to show you the other 2 books that I'm still reading, The Golden Couple and the Wisteria's Society of Lady Scoundrels. But I did start another book last night because I kind of like flittering between 3 books. And this one's quite different than the other 2 that I am reading. If you follow me on Instagram, you probably would have seen this. And this is If You Tell by Greg Olson. So this is actually a true crime novel. So kind of perfect for March Mystery Madness. I have not read a true crime in a long. I can't remember the last true crime book that I read. I have a feeling, and I don't know whether you'd consider it to be true crime or not. It was Eric Larson's. Was it the one about the World's Fair? Something the Devil? What was that book called? I'm curious now because it was fiction, but it was, does that, like, it was a fictionalized take on something. I'm on lunch. The Devil in the White City. That's what it was. The Devil in the White City. So yeah, I don't know. I don't think you'd consider that one to be true crime because I think it was more of a fictionalization. But this one says the true story of murder, family secrets, and the unbreakable bond of sisterhood. I did start it last night. I'm only about 20 pages into it. This is a big chunky book. It's like over 400 pages. But the chapters are relatively short, which is great. It should get through very quickly. It says the true story of 3 young girls caught in the web of a coldly calculating killer, their mother. So right now we're starting off with the mother's backstory, like what her childhood was like and stuff like that. And already 20 pages in, I can tell this is going to be a very difficult read. It's obviously going to talk about child abuse and things like that. So I don't know if this is one I will be able to get through. If I start to struggle with it, I'm going to put it down, and that's fine. So we shall see. But yeah, I know this one's available on Kindle Unlimited. So you can actually get the audiobook for like dirt cheap, but I haven't been in an audiobook mood lately. So, I ended up actually finding this at a thrift store. I think I paid $1 for it. So I had seen it for a while on KU, and, then I saw it at the thrift store and I'm like, oh, great. Okay. And I don't think anybody's even read it. It doesn't look like it anyway. So I will report back my thoughts on it. So anyway, guys, that's it. Very short and quick. I wanted to show you very quickly. I'm also doing some crafting, putting a few rows in on my lunch break here. I am working on my sock yarn blanket. So I have a 6x6 now square, 6 across, 6 down, and then I've started adding again to this side. So now we're going to be 7 and then going up, and then I'm going to go across when I've done that. So it's slowly going to start growing. So yeah, I'm enjoying working on that. So anyway, guys, that is it for today. I will talk to you tomorrow. Bye, guys. Morning, friends. Sorry for the weird lighting. It is about 9:30 in the morning, and I am out and about. I am at my doctor's office. Well, it's in this plaza. And just for a follow-up, she just wants to see how everything is healing up. It's just my family physician. It's not one of the doctors at the hospital or anything like that. Those appointments I have coming in April. But anyway, I just thought I would pop on this morning, wish everybody a happy St. Patrick's Day. It is the 17th of March. And I probably will not be reporting back today because I am reading the same books that I was yesterday, and I don't anticipate finishing any of them today. I did bring, of course, my Kindle with me because goodness knows how long I'm going to be sitting and waiting. Hopefully it's not too long because I do have to get to work for 11 o'clock, so we shall see. But if anything interesting happens at the appointment, I will report back to you guys, but if not, I will talk to you tomorrow. Bye. Hi, friends. I thought I would give you a bit of a update. It is now about my lunchtime, and I'm just taking a few minutes just to update you. So went to the doctor this morning. Everything was tickety-boo. She was just pretty much making sure that everything was healing properly, and it is. I was a little concerned because I could feel like what felt like little metal something poking out. And I was concerned that someone failed to tell me that I needed to have stitches or sutures removed. No, that wasn't the case. She said, yes, they are still in there, but they are actually the kind that will dissolve. So just keep it clean and all those stuff, and it will give it a week or two, whatever. So I was very happy about that. So yeah, it's been, it's Thursday. I'm happy. It's almost the weekend. Tomorrow is tomorrow's Friday. I love Fridays. Sorry about videos other than these, you guys. I have just been so tired, but I'm hoping actually this weekend to get a couple of videos filmed to go up next week. Something other than just the vlogs. So that might actually be quite nice. Sorry, just switching hands here. So the one thing is that my mom went out this morning, and to celebrate St. Patrick's Day, she got me a shamrock shake from McDonald's. They're delicious. I don't care what anybody says. They are delicious. And then my husband went grocery shopping. We needed a few things. And he's like, do you want anything? I said, I want popcorn. I want plain popcorn. I don't want like flavored. I am very boring. I like just plain. And I said, and I don't want to have to make it myself. I don't want you know, something that I have to put in the microwave because it never tastes right. So he sends me a picture. He's like, how does this work? And I'm like, that'll work. Guys, look at the size of this bag. Look at the size of that bag of popcorn. In comparison to my bookshelves, it's a body bag. It's a body bag of popcorn. I'm thrilled. I'm beyond thrilled. So anyway, yeah, I'm going to get some reading done on my lunch break, and I will talk to you guys probably tomorrow. Bye, guys. Hi, friends. It is later. Not actually. It's like 10 minutes after the last clip you just saw. But my husband went outside, and I said, I'm like, oh, could you wander over to the mailbox? He's like, yeah, sure. And I got some mail. So he's like, we need to talk. It's like these like 4 packages show up. And like I explained, I'm like, I'm pretty sure each one has just 1 book in it. That's how Thrift Books does things. So I thought I would do a little bit of a unwrapping, if you will, a mail haul of some of the things that I ordered. A lot of these are from a while ago, you guys. I legit cannot remember what I ordered, because that's one of the things with Thrift Books, is that it does take a while to get to me, at least here in Canada. Okay, some of these are more recent than not. So I did order, because if you guys saw my birthday, I got a bunch of these old 1980s Nancy Drew books, which is fabulous. But I ordered some more of them because I kind of would love to get all of them. So I ordered some of the ones that I haven't gotten to yet, like the ones I haven't read yet. So, ooh, good. We have case number 11, which is Heart of Danger. Looks like Nancy is on the trail of a dangerous kidnapper deep in the heart of Texas. Ooh, it's a cowboy mystery. I approve of this book. Just let me pull the sticker off here. So I'm hoping to get to number 10 this month. So this will be next month, but we shall see. You know, I put these books on my want to read list, but it's not a, oh my god, I have to read it right now. If I get to them, if I spin the wheel and get to them, I'll read them. But yeah, so I'm happy to have that one. So that's that. All right, let's see the next one here. Feels a little bit thicker, so let's see. I'm using my crafting scissors because I don't have any other scissors up here, but I'm just trying to use them just to like open the package enough that I can kind of rip into it. Let's see what we got here. It's like Christmas, isn't it, guys? As much as a surprise for me as it is for you. That's kind of the great thing. Is this another one? Ooh, no. Okay, so we had someone, when I was away, when I was in the hospital, Bree and Aaron interviewed a guy by the name of Steve, and he's kind of like a romance historian, and he talked about this book, and when I listened to the episode at the hospital, I immediately actually ordered it from the hospital. So I'm very happy to have it. But it's supposed to be a really great book. It's by Eva Rutland, and it's called The Willful Lady, and it's a Harlequin Regency romance. So this is when Harlequin had this Regency line. It was like strictly just a Regency line. This is book number 45 in the line. He was no match for her, or so she thought. But he talked about how great this book was. Bear with me. This is from March of 1991. But look at the cover, you guys. Is that not the most fun and charming cover you have ever seen? Oh, I just love... A part of me kind of wants it as a print for my wall. Like, the entire cover, just because it's just sort of epic. I love it. Oh, I'm so happy to have this. So yay, I will have to get to this at some point. And you know it's the old 90s, and even more recent, they are still doing this now, but these like inserts in the middle, like spin to win. So yay, I got that one. Very happy. Next up, I think this is probably another Nancy Drew book. Because I think, yeah, it was just that one and the Nancy Drews that I ordered. So, yeah, maybe I do know what all these are then. But still, it's fun. It's so fun. Yeah, it's another Nancy Drew. So we have here, this was a 95-cent paperback at whatever store it came from. Case number 14, This Side of Evil. Ooh, it's Canadian. Scenic Montreal becomes the arena for a deadly game of cat and mouse. Ooh, that sounds really good. Nancy flies to Montreal on an easy case and finds herself in a vicious duel of wits with a master criminal. What appears to be petty blackmail proves to be a million-dollar operation. The trail leads to a TV newscaster with a shady past, an heiress without a future, and a society doctor who knows the wrong people. But when Nancy gets too close, the trap is set. Using her friend George as bait, she has no choice but to accept the challenge, even if it leads to certain death. Oh good, the sticker's coming off really easily. Sorry. Yoink! Oh, yay! We're sticker free! Sticker free! The back's a little bent. I know that these are going to be messed up, and I'm perfectly okay with that. Oh, I didn't realize that they had this in the beginning. So you open up the first page, and it says, from the Nancy Drew Files, it says the case. Trace a blackmailer who has been preying on the employees of Cherbourg Industries. Contact Ashley Amberton, Executive Secretary. She invites Nancy, Ned, and George to Montreal for a working holiday. And then it gives you a list of suspects and the complications. The blackmailer seems bent on testing Nancy to the breaking point, while George becomes a pawn in the game. Oh, isn't that... I never noticed that before. So for those of you who are like, oh my god, Sarah, these are such throwbacks. I read these as well when I was younger. Don't feel like you have to hunt them out. These are all available unscribed. And they're all... Well, let me rephrase that. They're all available digitally. Like, you can pick the entire series up for your Kindle. But if you don't want to spend $6.99 or $8.99 a piece, they're all available unscribed. So you can read them like for free. So yeah, just saying, for anyone who wants to jump back into these. Oh, I'm so thrilled. Okay. And then the last one, which I think has 2 books in it. So these might be the last 2 Nancy Drew books. Let's have a look-see, shall we? And yes, I'm right. Okay. So we have here... Oh, did I get a duplicate? Why does this one look... They both kind of look familiar. Excuse me just a second here. Nope, I don't have either of them. But it just must be one of those situations where I remember these so much that the covers are like, have I read those already? So we first have here number 12, which is Fatal Ransom. So I have 10, 11, and now I have 12. Like I said, I'm picking up the ones that I need to get to because I would love to read all of these physically. So if I can get like 3 or 4 at a time and then kind of read up to that point and then grab some more, that's kind of my goal with these. So yeah, I mean, I love the Babysitters Club. I love Sweet Valley, but I don't know. These are just... There's just something about these that are so iconic that to own them all just, I don't know, it just seems like a fun thing to do. When a teenaged heir disappears, Nancy finds that family feuds can get vicious. Truth on that one. So that's Fatal Ransom. It does. And someone wrote their name on the inside. Oh, that's delightful. Yeah, the case, contacts, suspects, and complications. 2 vicious attempts on Nancy's life, including a car bomb that totals Lance's expensive, wait for it, it's the 80s, Maserati, convinced the young detective that a killer is on her case. Oh my gosh, delightful. And then the other one is Never Say Die, which is case number 16. George's fling at racing draws Nancy into a freewheeling mystery. Oh, it must be okay, it's a bicycle race. Like, can we get a more 80s workout gear there? That is awesome. And again, the little bit at the beginning. Complications. George's romance with John seems to be on the rocks. Then Stephen Lloyd's new software is stolen and held for ransom. The thief wants Nancy to deliver the money. Can she handle 2 cases at once? So there's the other one. Never Say Die. So yeah. So there's my little mini book haul. We got 4 Nancy Drews and a Harlequin Regency romance. It's a good mail day, you guys. It's a great mail day. So again, that cover, I mean, it's gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. Oh, I love it. You know, I don't want to deface a book, but part of me wants to order another copy of it or hunt down another copy of it and like frame it on my wall. But I would never do such a thing because I wouldn't want to destroy a perfectly good book that someone else could have for their collection. So, yeah. Oh, just love it. Just love it. Anyway, guys, that's it. I've rambled on. I will talk to you guys tomorrow. Bye, everybody. Hi friends, happy Friday. Today is the 18th of March and it is about 9:30 in the morning. I just filmed a video that you guys will have probably already seen. It is a kind of a digital bookshelf tour. It's not kind of, it is a digital bookshelf tour. But I just filmed that, so I thought I would do my clip for today. I finished a book yesterday, you guys. I finished reading The Golden Couple by Greer Hendricks and Sarah... I can't pronounce her last name. The cover's going to be up here. Pecknam or something. I love this, you guys. I loved this. Of course, I cannot talk very much about it because it's a thriller. It's a domestic thriller. So I gave this 4.5 stars. I thought it was absolutely fantastic. This one is about what they call the golden couple, and then something happens in their marriage, and they end up going to see this therapist, if you will, therapist, counselor person. And they kind of try and work through what's happening, and all these other things are happening around them. So I don't want to say anything other than that. The story is told in dual perspective. You get Marissa, who is the wife, and her side of it is told in third person. So it's every other chapter, it flips back and forth. So she's in third person, but then you also get Avery, who's the counselor therapist, and hers is told in first person. So it's very, very interesting. I really, really liked the story itself. Just when you think you're like, okay, I know what's going on, it's like, nope, I don't know what's going on anymore. But then again, that could be me because I don't read as many thrillers as other people. So stuff that to other people would be like, oh yeah, I've seen that before, to me is like, oh, that's shocking. So thank you very much to, I believe it's St. Martin's Press, for sending me an e-art copy of this book to read and review. I really, really liked it. I already left my review, my very, very brief review on Goodreads as well as NetGalley. So yeah, I'm very, very happy with this. So I am still reading the other 2 books I talked about a few days ago. The Wisteria Society of Lady Scoundrels, I'm reading that one. I am also reading If You Tell by Greg Olson. But today I am going to be starting another book, and this is my most anticipated read of the month. I could not wait to get to this one, and that is the brand new Simone St. James, The Book of Cold Cases. So I am starting this one today. I am so, so excited about this one. I cannot wait. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. So yeah, so that's about all. A very quick little update, you guys. Happy Friday. You know what? I noticed this is the first time since before I got in hospital that I've been excited about a weekend. I've just been like feeling not like myself, even since I got out of the hospital, like just healing and, you know, kind of getting over being in there because it was really difficult. And now I'm starting to feel a lot more like myself. Someone asked me the other day, how are you feeling? And I'm like, I'm feeling more like myself, which is just like literally the easiest explanation I can give. And I'm excited about the weekend. I don't have to work this weekend. I have absolutely zero plans this weekend, which is fantastic. And I'm just looking forward to kind of resting, relaxing, reading, and all that other good stuff. So anyway, guys, I may check in with you later on this afternoon or tonight, but definitely for sure tomorrow. And I will talk to you guys then. Bye, everybody. Hi, friends. It is Saturday night. Today is the 19th of March. And I haven't come to you guys with a clip since yesterday. Par for the course for me, really. I have just been, over the last few days, done a lot of reading. Not a ton. I'm quite pleased. I'm averaging anywhere between 150 to 200 pages a day. I am reading like 4 books right now. 5, actually, but I'm not going to talk about one of them. And so I'm doing some decent reading, but I like kind of flittering from book to book to book. But the one thing I haven't done this week at all is listen to any audio. I literally have not been in the mood to listen to any audio, and I think it might be because I've been home so much. Now, on Monday, I talked to my manager yesterday, and I am back in the office on Monday, just 2 days next week, which is really great. They're still trying to be extra cautious because of COVID and stuff like that, even though a lot of the mandates and stuff like that are being ended as of Monday. In the province of Ontario, you don't have to wear your mask unless the business itself asks you to do so when you're entering the establishment or what have you, or if you just feel like doing it yourself. And if you're one of those people, because that's probably going to be me, let people do what makes them happy. Just everybody mind your own gosh darn business. That's all I have to say on that. The tattoo parlor downtown, I follow them on Instagram, New Tribe. They're the ones who did this piece. And eventually I would like to get back there to get another one done. But I follow them on Instagram, and they put this posting stating, you know, as of Monday, the mask mandate. And they pretty much said the same thing, like, if you want to wear one, you know, just leave everybody alone and don't say anything to people who are wearing them. If someone's not wearing it, mind your business. If someone's wearing it, mind your business. Essentially, just mind your business. And I just think that's a good philosophy in life at the end of the day. You know, you might not have, as long as it's not hurting anybody else, if you don't necessarily agree with what somebody else is doing, as long as they're enjoying themselves, let them be and let them enjoy themselves. So anyway, sorry, total little rant right there. I didn't mean to do that. But, so I'm back in the office on Monday and Wednesday. So she doesn't want us in every day. So that's great. Only 2 days do I have to go in next week, which is fabulous because the price of gas is ridiculous. So yeah, so like I said, I did some reading yesterday. I've been doing some reading today. I kind of had a bit of a lazy day, Garrett, and I went grocery shopping this morning, which was expensive. And, yeah, so that's really about it. So I just thought I'd end off this vlog by showing you guys what I'm currently reading. So like I said, I've got 4 books kind of right now on the go, but there's another book that I am reading that I'm not going to share with you. Now, if you follow me on Goodreads, you're going to get to see what it is. But I will not be talking. There's a certain group of books that I'm not going to be talking about in these vlogs that are actually being vlogged separately for reasons. And that reason you will see that video come later in April. I know it's a bit of a ways away, but it'll be later. It might be sooner depending on how quickly I get the books done, but it will be on my channel. It's for this channel. But I'm just going to kind of keep that to myself for now. So let me share with you guys what I'm reading. Actually, first of all, I have been doing some knitting. So I've been working on what I'm calling my Rhinebeck socks, because the colorway for this, yes, I do have the little tag, is from a company called Dragonfly Fibers. I hope you guys can see that. And the colorway is called the Village of Rhinebeck. So quick backstory for those of you who have not been watching me for very long. 2019 was the last year I went to the New York Sheep and Wool Festival. Thank you very much, COVID. So it was pretty much shut down in 2020. Last year in 2021, they did reopen it, but it was like less people, and you had to have you have to buy tickets to get in, but it was like you had to have tickets in advance kind of a scenario, and much less people, totally different vibe. They are supposedly going to be back this year. I have already gotten a hotel booked, but I'm still doing the debate on going back. I really enjoyed it, and I enjoy seeing my friends, but this part of me is like, it's still too soon for a big festival, like where you're like shoulder to shoulder with other people, and it's in October. So anyway, Rhinebeck is one of my favorite things. I went for like 4 or 5 years in a row. I've loved going. It is one of my favorite trips. It's a girls' weekend. You know, we book a hotel, a group of us, and we visit with each other, and we go shopping for yarn, and it's fabulous. But 2022 is a maybe. So anyway, I pulled this yarn. Like I said, it's called the Village of Rhinebeck. So it's the New York Sheep and Wool Festival, but most people call it Rhinebeck because that's where it's held. So I already knit one sock. So this is the first sock. I like really long socks, you guys. Like, that's the leg. That's the heel. That's the leg. I like a nice long sock. I live in Canada. It tends to get cold, and I want my leg to be warm. So it's just a plain knit sock. The lighting in here is horrible. I'm sorry, guys. It's like almost 7. It is 7 o'clock at night exactly. So that's the colorway. It's really, really pretty. So I knit the first sock, and now I am working on the second sock. Let me just pull a little bit of yarn out here. And I am knitting these on double pointed needles. So I'm just knitting around and around using double points, which I love doing. Thumbnail. Which I love doing. So yeah, these are very relaxing to knit on. The other pair of socks that I'm working on, I switched over to double points as well, just because it's something that I don't normally do, but I find it very relaxing. And it's kind of magical. It's magical because non-knitters are like, that's so cool. How do you do? You know what I mean? But to us knitters, it's like, yeah, this is pretty cool, eh? So yeah, so that's what I've been working on. I've got my little black cat stitch marker right there. He's so adorable. And yeah, so I've been working on the second sock, and I am doing it top down. So like, this is the cuff, and then I'm going to work on the leg and then the foot. So yeah, so that's what I've been working on. And this lives in my pumpkin spice latte bag that I got from the Suburban Stitcher years and years and years ago. It was like a one-off. Like, she had like 20 of them for sale, and I luckily snagged one. I was so happy about that. So let me put the other sock in here. So my plan tonight is to go sit downstairs. It's already starting now, but I can jump in a little bit late. Krista over at Books and Jams is doing a cozy read-in tonight on Instagram. So I'm hoping to join in. Like I said, I've got lots to read. So let me just share with you very quickly before I end this vlog. Sorry if the camera's on a weird angle. I've kind of got it sitting here I am in my bedroom. I've got it sitting on my bed. So on a tray on my bed. So the first book that I want to share with you, I think I'm only like, yeah, I'm only 10% of the way through this so far right now, is the Book of Cold Cases by Simone St. James. So I started this yesterday, and so far I'm really enjoying it. It's about a woman who runs a blog. It takes place in two different time periods, 2017 and 1977 and 2017. And in 2017, she writes this blog called The Book of Cold Cases, and she's investigating like cold cases. And it turns out that this woman who's been a recluse, who was charged but not convicted of these two murders in her small town in 77, she's met her and wants to interview her. And that's the point that I'm at now. So I'll keep you guys updated next week as I continue to read this. But so far, I'm really enjoying it. This is one of my most anticipated reads of the month, like of the year, actually. This is an e-arc from NetGalley. It comes out, it's already out at the time I'm filming this, but I am reading the e-arc. So very, very excited about that one. I'm enjoying it a lot. Another one that I have, which is actually also an arc from NetGalley. Well, I'm not reading it as an arc, but I am, let me just find this here. Sorry, guys. But I didn't download it in time. I talked about this earlier in the week. Pardon me. Why did that pop up? That's not what I'm looking for. Sorry, guys. Please talk amongst yourselves. Let me try and find it. I do really, really like my Kindle Fire most of the time. Other times, it annoys me. Because it annoys me. Because of reasons like this. Oh, no, it's not going to show me. Okay. Sorry, guys. I'm going to have to do this then. So, let me do this. Will that show? Oh, okay. Let me do that. I'm on chapter 15. So how far am I into this one? I am, I think, over 50% of the way. Stop it. I am 56% of the way through this. Okay. So I am reading. Sorry, you're not going to be able to see the cover very well. Oh, that's really, really bright. Hold on. Let's try this, shall we? Bear with me just a moment. Cover. There we go. So I am reading The Wisteria Society of Lady Scoundrels by India Holton. This, guys, is freaking hilarious. I have been talking about this, that I've been reading it this week, and oh my gosh, it's just so whimsical and so good. And like I said, I'm 56% of the way through it. So part of me would love to get it done tomorrow. So hopefully I'll have it to talk to you guys in the next vlog. I for sure will be able to talk about it in the next vlog, but I'm really enjoying it. I don't want to say too much right now. I'm going to kind of save all of my thoughts of it for when I finish the book. But guys, it's so good. It's so good. So I've already kind of talked about it a little bit in this vlog, that, you know, it's kind of a alternate reality of Regency England, like it's actually during Victorian times, not Regency times, because they just met Queen Victoria, like the Queen Victoria. And it was after Albert's death, and she's laying in this bed, and the characters are talking to her, and she's like eating, and they're talking about how large she is, and the fact that she keeps referring and asking questions to Prince Philip. Prince Philip? No, Prince Philip was the Queen's, my apologies. Prince Albert. And she has his painting propped up in the chair in bed beside her, which I feel the real Queen Victoria may have done, because after Albert's death, I mean, she really loved him, and it was heartbreaking. Like, I'm not mocking that at all, but it just seems like something that the real Queen Victoria would have done. But these people are pirates, and they fly their houses around like pirate ships. And there's a scene that I just read in the book, and this one character bursts in to try and steal this house. And he says, "Oh, this is a pirate's house." And the woman, she's like, "How do you know that?" And he says, "Well, the skull and the crossbones on the front door." And she says, well, anyone could have that. And he says, the Jolly Roger flag flying from the roof of the house. Well, aren't you observant? She says. Like, it's like that tongue-in-cheek. It's delightful. So I will talk more about it in the next vlog. The next one I'm reading, this one's a little bit difficult. And this is one of the reasons that I don't like reading just one book at a time. Like, this is the kind of book I could not read straight through because I need breaks from this. This is a very difficult read. But it is very interesting in terms of why this person would have done what she has done and why no one really did anything at first. So that's If You Tell by Greg Olson. So this is a true story of murder, family secrets, and the unbreakable bond of sisterhood. So it's not just, there is a lot of child abuse in here. Just do keep that in mind going in. But it's about this woman named Shelley. I can't pronounce her. Knotek, Knotek. This was back in like the 90s, and she was convicted and is currently serving time in prison for murdering 2 people. So this is a true crime novel. She very, very much abused her children. She mentally abused her husband. Like, he, I think, was convicted as well. But he was just kind of like, he did whatever she said. You know what I mean? So it's difficult. It's a difficult read. But it is very interesting, like, as to her mindset and stuff like that. But again, this is one of those books that I couldn't just read this straight through. I need to dive in and out of this. Like, I need something like The Lady with the Wisteria's Society to kind of offset the darkness of this book. And it's extra dark because it's true. At least that's my opinion. And last but not least, I picked up a Nancy Drew because I realized I had the 2 Nancy Drew books that I really wanted to finish before the end of the month. The Nancy Drew Files, the one from the 80s, and then the original Yellow Spined ones, which is the Whispering Statue I still have to read, so I'll read that one next. But I am currently reading Buried Secrets by Carolyn Keene. This is Nancy Drew Files case number 10. And it says, Nancy tackles a 30-year-old mystery that explodes into front page news. So it's about this current... Let me just read you the back. It'll be easier. When Nancy saves handsome young candidate Todd Harrington from a sniper's bullet, she lands in the headlines the hard way. Reporter Brenda Carlton publicly dares her to crack the unsolved death of Todd's father, who was the mayor of River Heights. So that's what it is that it's a cold case that she's kind of looking into. So, yeah. But I literally started this. I actually just had a bath, and I was reading in the bathtub, and I got like 30 pages into it. This will read very, very quickly. I will have it done probably in the next few days. So, yay on that one. So, guys, that's it for this vlog. I hope you enjoyed it. I know there weren't a lot of other extra clips, but, you know, that's pretty much par for the course for me. But I hope that you guys enjoyed it. We had burgers for dinner tonight. We went to Harvey's. Those of you who are not Canadian, excuse me. It's root beer. I love root beer. So it's Harvey's. That's the burger place. They are delicious. Oh, that's in French. Proudly Canadian since 1959. So they are, anyone else, any Canadians watching, Harvey's. They're like my favorite burger place. Their onion rings are to die for. And their gravy. Actually, I love their gravy. And the funny thing is back when I was like more vegetarian, like I don't generally eat a lot of meat. And I'm trying to go back to being strictly vegetarian again, but I've got to do it healthier now than I did before. But Harvey's has the best veggie burgers. Like, they legit taste like an actual beef burger. And I just found out recently, fellow Canadians who might go to Harvey's, their gravy, their quote-unquote beef gravy, is actually vegan. It's completely vegan. I was blown away when I read that. So anyway, that's what I'm drinking right now, is root beer from Harvey's from dinner. So that's it. I rambled on enough. I'm going to let you guys go, and I will talk to you in my next vlog and my next video. So I plan on filming some videos this week that are going to go up this week, that, like, you'll see this video tomorrow on Sunday. And then I'm hoping to have videos out on Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday next week. I'm feeling better. I'm feeling much more like myself. I want to get the videos back out for you guys because I've missed doing them. And yeah, so I will talk to all of you then. Take care and happy reading, everybody. Bye.